How yins doing? Capcom did it again. They made another RPG set in the Monster Hunter world. The game starts off with a 5-finger death punch concert and Linkle running away from Navi. She meets up with a dying Rathalos who has laid an egg. Hunters come up and try to kill Linkle and the Rathalos, thus beginning Armageddon. I start at my home village, Bahana Village, where the vegans are yelling at the hunters for attacking the Guardian Ratha. I'm already a writer, but I get a teacher, Kanya, the village furry, who teaches me about the battle system, which is exactly the same as the last game. For those who didn't see it, it's literally just rock, paper, scissors. There's one thing they changed. You can now carry 3 weapons, and different weapons will have greater effects on certain monsters. Also, did I mention this game looks incredible? Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Naviru is back from the first game and is fully voice acted.
With my whip beyond compare and unparalleled flair, you're absolutely right!
Yeah, you sound like shit. I get my first monster and one of Kanya's blue Kestodons decides to betray her and join my team. I get my first taste of the new monster dens, which are a lot bigger now. I try to find treasure, but then I get jumped by a Ajanath. I'm about to tell the chief about the dinosaur I saw when these idiots get poisoned by a Pukey, so I just had to take care of that. Trying to figure out why these monsters are just going ape I go to the Guardian Ratha's woods, where Linkle gives me my grandfather's kinship stone and I kill the Ajanath. Linkle tells me to come to her home, and after having PTSD of my grandfather, I set sail, but one of the hunters sends out a spy to do whatever spies do. Linkle gets kidnapped, but it's okay because she knew the kidnapper, and I make it to Ruto Village, where the village elder and this weird guy named Zellard make fun of me for not being a true vegan because I don't know the right of channeling. Also something about bringing Ring Rathalos and bringing destruction to the world, but the vegan part hurt more. Alwyn decides to help me on my journey into becoming a better vegan, and what better way to teach me than killing monsters. A wild Palumu has been terrorizing the forest or something, and after killing it, Alwyn told me I should listen to the monsters. You don't talk to my mother that way! The rite of channeling is the same as it was in the last game. You match up 3 DNA in a row and try for the same color, except now you can move around the DNA piece to your desired location. A monster is near the village and there are children missing, so of course they send out the human to take care of it because they're racist. After unkidnapping the children and killing a Duramboros, the village allowed me to take on another task for them, in killing a Nargacuga. After killing the Nargacuga, I decided, f it, and killed Almond too. They decided to teach me about my grandfather and how he figured out that the red light bad. Then I figured out red light bad when a Rathian attacked me. The egg the Rathalos gave Linkle in the beginning of the game hatched and something up his wings, which is apparently a bad omen as they want me to kill it before it brings ruin to the land. I then decide to give this hippie guy a try as he can steal away a monster's powers. I leave the village with the hunter on my trail and make it to Loloska, where the locals gave me a warm welcome. Avinia from the first game comes in to save my life and takes me to her home in Kuon Village, who made me do too much work to fix a stupid windmill. People have started calling the red light that I've been seeing the Rage Rays. This area's Rage Ray monster is a Celtas and a Celtas Queen. This is how the game works. You go to a new village, get a new friend, fight a ton of monsters, and then kill a Rage Ray monster and move on to the next village. Except this time, for some reason, you get 2 Rage Raid monsters. But I find old Day Day, who tells me I'm not ready to awaken Ratha's true powers and then off. To prove him wrong, I awaken Ratha's true power, of which I cannot control. Ratha destroys the windmill that I worked so hard to fix, and I get called a vegan because I didn't kill Ratha when I had the chance, and for not loving my Monstie enough. What do you want from me? Old Day Day suppressed Ratha's powers, calls me a pleb, and says I have a choice of keeping Ratha's powers suppressed or awakening it again. So I choose to awaken his power again, but this time I use this funny little thing called kinship to be able to control Ratha. With this newfound power, I nuke the Rage Ray monster Legiana. The spy cat that's been following me the whole game finally reveals herself, and her hunter named Kyle. Then I get ambushed. You think I'll be able to just nuke these people too, but they had the upper hand as they had rope. I meet up with Lilia from the first game, who has become a full-blown Scrivener, and Roberta, whose voice they completely f***ed up.
Navi, bro! What are you doing here?
I swear to God, if they f*** up any more voices, I'm going to do absolutely nothing about it. Lilia is no longer a vegan, as she is the one who ordered the capture of Ratha and takes me prisoner to Lelouchon. In an attempt to get Ratha back, we figure out that the Wings of Ruin and the pits that have been popping up everywhere are linked, and now the Rathalos are gone. To prove that I can handle Ratha, I undergo a test of strength, which was just killing more monsters. The Spy Cat helps Linkle find Ratha, and Lilia has a change of heart after reading some Monster Hunter fanfiction. She informs me that the lab that Ratha is at has been broken into, and that I should go save Ratha. As I approach the lab, I am greeted by fellow vegans, but they eat cheese and therefore are bad vegans. After teaching them the true way of veganism, I make it to the lab just in time to see Ratha get kidnapped. The ship crashed after hitting a pebble, and the crew that was on the ship went to Lamore Tower, so that they could finish selling Ratha on the black market to bad vegans. Kyle realizes that this is bad and decides to become a vegetarian and helps me with my cause. After I make it to the top of the tower, now this is where the bullshit starts to pile up. They begin to kidnap Ratha and Linkle and start to get away, but thankfully Naviru, a Palico, is able to launch me to the ship, where I immediately get knocked off. Through the power of kinship, Ratha's wings are magically healed. He then saved Linkle and I, and he kidnapped Naviru. Linkle tells me about the death of my grandfather and how I'll never live up to his expectations. My grandfather found out that the hole had a monster's voice that kept saying the beginning and that it's ready to be born. He then fell into a hole. Wanting to avenge my grandfather, I vowed to kill every monster I see and die to a Crimson Kurapeko. I'm a failure. I apparently saved this fat chain-smoking feline who takes me to a feline shelter in Pomore Garden. Like most people I meet, he just wants me to go out and kill more monsters. Whew, are you lucky I made that my New Year's resolution? I go to kill Mitsune when Kyle, who tried to kill me and kidnapped my Ratha, shows up and tries to help. He made the Mitsune run away, so he's a bastard for that, and the Fat Cat thinks it'll be a great idea for us to work together. This idea would come to bite him in the because he's immediately killed by Elagikaris. But on the bright side, I learned about Naviru's past. In order to try and get along with this hunter, we try to kill a Rage Ray Mitsune, and we die. The Mitsune was about to kill me when Kyle realizes that veganism is the way and saved my life. The Fat Cat tells me that the legends of the Wings of Ruin are written in another village just over the volcano. Halfway through, the Fat Cat pushes out. At the other side of the volcano, I find a dead Rathalos, and before I could do anything, another Rathalos flies by just to die, and gets eaten by Tim Burton himself from the hit musical, Beetlejuice. Hi. According to my demographic, you don't know what a Beetlejuice is. Go watch Beetlejuice. I too am about to be eaten when Shovel from the first game shows up, promoting him from Sasuke Shippuden to Sasuke from Boruto. Shovel tells me that he is hunting a Nergigante who's gone AWOL. I find the hidden village of Nuate Village, and the local tribe immediately attacked us, but changed their mind when they realize I have a monster as a pet. I asked them where the Merle is, but is being blocked by the Nergigante. So Shovel and I decide to kill two birds with one stone, and after killing two innocent birds, we went to face the Nergigante. Shovel tells me that I'm a bad vegan, so I attempted suicide by running into an Astolos. When that didn't work, I tried again with a Brachydios. I did eventually find the Nergigante, which was the easiest fight in the game. I'm here to explain that that joke was sarcasm, and that I had to delete 3 hours worth of gameplay because I kept dying. The Nergigante was apparently trying to fight Tim Burton, and when he got his chance, he was obliterated. My Ratha also thought it was a good idea to fight Tim Burton, so to stop him, I ran and almost fell into the pit, triggering Linkle's PTSD of my grandfather. Thankfully, she saved me so that the story can continue. With the Nergigante gone, I'm finally able to see the Merle, which, unlike the other one, has a bottom half and shows that Rathalos bringing death and destruction while a monster tries to stop it. But if you read it upside down, then it's about a Rathalos saving the world from a monster bringing death and destruction. I decided this was the best way to read it, even though I'm illiterate. And the chief tells me that the Wings of Ruin are actually killing my Rathalos slowly, and that I need to act fast. The only way to solve the mystery of the pits is to find more pits. This is essentially a boss rush before the final boss, or at least that's what I'm hoping. So I killed a Glavenus, a Glacial Agnactor, and a Genodrome, who Gigamaxed into a Basilgoose. The light grew stronger as I killed these monsters, so it was imminent that Tim Burton was finally going to show up any minute. But the Riots forgot to give me a main villain, of whom I am finally introduced to. Meanwhile, at Capcom Studio.
What the hell is this? This game is almost done, and there's no damn villains! Oh, do something! We gotta find one, or make one.
Just look
I see you just sitting there. You'll be
just
fired.
work here.
You'll be fired in the next layoffs if you don't get me a damn villain right now. Have you found anything? Search on Rule 34. We'll probably find someone there.
There's let's bring up the characters. We can't make that one. Zellard.
Who the f is Zellard? Zellard apparently started a cult who wants Tim Burton to destroy the world. Not much as for a reason why, he just wants it. I kill his goons and Lilia tells me that Tim Burton is going to be born on Hokolo Island. I return home and everything goes to sh**, but on the bright side, all of the Rathalos are back. Oh, they're dead. Zellard kidnaps my Ratha and turns him evil and runs away. Thankfully, Guardian Ratha, who is still kicking, takes me to him. After beating up my own Ratha, Tim Burton shows up and Zellard attempts to sacrifice himself and my Ratha. Guardian Ratha saves my Ratha, but ends up becoming the sacrifice himself. With this, Tim Burton evolves into Altura. Zellard is still trying to sacrifice himself, but Linkle is able to convince him that it's stupid and that he's a bad person. I'm at the final fight of the game, so I bought enough medicine to heal a horse while also killing it in the process. Which was good because the whole fight I basically never attacked as I was healing everybody every turn. Altura just kept evolving and then he died. Just to evolve again into an even more powerful form. The necklace around Linkle is Altura's greatest weakness somehow, so Kyle turns them into makeshift arrows, hit Altura's weak spot, and Ratha killed Altura with the Wings of Ruin, saving the world, and that's the end of the game. Was the game good? Yes. Was it better than the first game? It's the same game. It literally hit every single point from the first game to a T. Introduce player to the world of riders. Learn of something evil that will destroy the world. Go to many areas of interest where the evil is much stronger and fight a monster infused with said evil. Ratha gains the ability of flight. Realize that the evil is bad and that you should do something about it. Antagonist summons the final boss and then fight extremely hard final boss. I will say that this game is longer. It took me 50 hours to beat this game, but for someone who is an average gamer, they'll probably get through it in like 30 hours. Other than that, it's just the same thing but with better graphics and new characters. The new characters introduced are all nice and I couldn't tell you a single one of their names. Having a buddy during the battle does help out tremendously and is fantastic addition as it goes back to Monster Hunter roots of being a cooperative game. Too bad the people you fight with are dumb as hell. The gameplay stayed the same, which is good because they really nailed it in the first game, but having the ability to carry multiple weapons is fantastic as it allows you to fight more monsters. Which, surprise, is the entire point of a Monster Hunter game, and this one is no different. I may be a vegan, but that doesn't stop me from killing the entire population. The story is much more well defined than the other entries, but at the end of the day, what you're doing the most in this game is fighting monsters. The story again is fantastic. Instead of focusing on just your journey, it instead focuses on the people you meet along your journey to becoming the ultimate rider. Ultimately, I do recommend this game to people over the first one, only for the reason that it's more convenient. Monster Hunter Stories 2 is a good game and I recommend it, despite it being the exact same as Monster Hunter Stories. And you know what? Because it's the same game, I get to reuse the same end joke I made in the first video. Will, say the line again.
Do I have to?
Yes!
Would you recommend this game over a regular Monster Hunter game?
Haha, Jonathan, you're a bitch.